is a problem. And the word identity theft actually, I think, is the worst word for this crime. Right? Your identity is the one thing about you that cannot be stolen. The crime is fraud through impersonation. And why does so the question is, why does impersonation work? Why can someone come in here and say, he's me, and be convincing about it? Right? Because look at what happened. How do you verify somebody? You either verify somebody by your personal experience. Right? I know Peter, so when I see him, I know it's him. Although honestly, I've never seen his passport. I've never Googled him. I've never seen his driver's license. I have no clue what his legal name is. And I don't care. Right? All I care is that he's the same person that I saw last time I thought I saw the person I called Peter. Right? So it's not necessarily fixed to an identity, but it's a chain of my personal interaction with him. Right? When that man came in, nobody knew who I was, in theory. So he pulls out credentials. Right? In the absence of knowing who Schneier is, you fall back on somebody else saying, yeah, that's him. So who we look at, right? The U.S. government. The U.S. government produces a passport which basically says, I checked, this is Bruce Schneier. When you see somebody who looks like this guy, you can trust me because I'm the government. Right? A perfectly reasonable credential. I've also looked at Google, which in a sense is a distributed credential. If you actually do Google me, you'll find lots of pictures of me, taken by all sorts of people, all sorts of situations. Right? And the idea is that it's actually hard to spoof all of that. Right? And so this is how identity theft works. Right? Because people rely on these third-party attestations, a driver's license, a passport, whatever, that if you can spoof that, you can become me. I mean, the joke here is that he did the test and I passed and the imposter failed. If this were a bank, there would be no test. He would be Bruce Schneier and I wouldn't. Right? He has the credential. Right? The bank is never going to say, let's have a test. The bank will rely on the credential. And I think when we look at the problem, you look at this reliance on the credential, because it can fail. Identity theft works when those credentials fail. So I thought that was an interesting